Okay, and another class, just using your calculator. I'm going to input this table of values into the calculator and calculate some descriptive statistics. So my first job is to clear my calculator. If you don't know how to do that, go back on the previous video and check it out. So it's just a shift 9 3 equals AC, and that has cleared my calculator. I want to put this in. This is a frequency table. Remember, we have a random variable here. Whoops. Put that back the way it was. We have a random variable here, which is the number of goals scored in a match, and then we have the frequency, the number of matches in which that happened. If I was to write this out of the list, there would be 3 number 1s in the list, 4 2s in the list, 2 3s in the list. Okay, so there would be 9 numbers in the list altogether. If I wanted to find the mean, I have to add up all those 9 numbers, which would be 3 1s and 4 2s and 2 3s, and divide by 9. But I'm going to use my calculator to do all the work. And the first thing I'm going to do is input my data. To set the calculator up for a frequency table, I have to hit Shift, Setup, scroll down, number 1 for statistics, hit that key, next, frequency on, and that's done. Okay, so Shift, menu, scroll down, and press the number 1 twice. Okay, that's the 4th and 5th buttons you press. Okay, and now your calculator has been set up to take a frequency table. We're going to put our frequency table in. So menu key, number 1. Number 2, to get into statistics mode. Hit the number 1 key to get single variable statistics. And you now have got a table of values there with X in the left column and frequency in the right column. So your calculator presents it slightly differently. So it has your row numbers 1, 2, 3, and then it'll have your values for X and then your values for your frequencies. So the values for X are 1, 2, and 3, and your frequencies are 3, 4, and 2. So again, make sure you can kind of understand what that is. It leaves you as an option for a 4th row as well, which we won't put in. Okay, so the first thing, put in all these together. So just hit the number 1, hit equals as enter, 2 equals 3 equals. The default setting for frequency, it automatically puts everything in with a frequency of 1, so we have to change those. 3, 4 equals 2. You're using your scroll up and key to get up to the first row. And then you'll find, you should have a whole lot. That's what your calculator tells you. Notice if I was to write that out in a big list, the sum of all these things 3, the sum of all these things 3, and 4 and 2 is 9. There would be 9 entries in the list. Okay, so what I want to do is just talk about now using your calculator to find out lots of different things about that list. Okay, so just press your all clear key, and I'm going to use my option key to find my statistics menu. Option key, and I want to recall the data. I can hit 3. I don't particularly need to do that, so I'm just going to scroll down and look for some things. So maybe I might just look at number 1 is my summation thing. My summation, let's look at first of all the sum of all the values for X. So the sum of all the values for X, I add up all the X values. That's what we're going to look at. Okay, so option, scroll down, summation number 1, and then your equals, and it tells me the sum of all my entries is 17. Okay, now remember, that's 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3. So it's all these 3 1s and 4 2s and 2 3s added up, giving me 17. Okay, so that's my first thing. I can use my calculator for. There's also an option for the sum of all the X squareds. I'm not going to bother you looking at that. I'm going to look at some other stuff. So let's look option. Let's scroll down. I'm going to go into variable here, and there's a couple of things I might be interested in. Let's put in 3 of them. I'm going to look at n, I'm going to look at x bar, and I'm going to look at sigma. So n represents the amount of data points. Okay, so n is the number of things in the list if I was to draw the big list out. So just going back to my all clear key, I'm going to look at all these 3 things. So just going all the way from the start again. Options, scroll down, so option, scroll down, and then hit the number 2 to get into my variable, my list for variables. And option number 6 in there gives me n, so hit option 6, and it says 9. There's my 5th key I press. So the sample size here is 9. That means there are 9 things in the list. 3 1s, 4 2s, 2 3s. Well, that's 9 things altogether. Okay, let's look at X bar. So press all clear to find my mean. Remember, X bar is my mean. That's the mean. So to find the mean, going through it, option, scroll down, variable, and then number 1 gives me my mean, and then just equals, and you'll see that's 1.88888, so we might just round that off to approximately equal to 1.89. So that's what my mean is, approximately. Looking at my little sigma, that's my standard deviation. I'll just write in SD there. Standard deviation. Again, I'm going to approximate this. Probably not going to work out very nicely. Going through the keys here in order. First key I press is my option. Get a different color there. First key I press is my option key. And then the next key I press is my scroll down key. The next thing I press is my 2 key to get into my variable. And then I'm going to press my 3 key, which gives me the standard deviation. That's the little lowercase sigma. And then my enter key is just my equals. So that's my 5th key there, is just equals. So the standard deviation, again, I'm going to round it off to 2 decimal places. That's about 0.74. Okay. Going through some other things that we can look at, your calculator will find for you. Maybe I might try to find my lower quartile, my upper quartile. Maybe I might try to find the median. I should be able to, from those things, find out my interquartile range. But let's find those few things. So again, run through the keys in order, the order in which you press them. First, the option key, then the scroll down key. Then I'm going to press the minimum or maximum key, which is this one, and that gives me a selection of options. If I want to look at my lower quartile, that's option number 2. So press the 2 key 4th, and then just 5th, press the equal key, and it's 1. My lower quartile here is 1. Okay, to find my upper quartile, press the all clear key, and almost the same thing, but run through the order. Okay, so option is first. Get a better color for that. So option is first, then scroll down, option, scroll down. I'm going to my min max, option 3, and then I'm going to my upper quartile, option 4, and then just equals to enter that. So my upper quartile is going to be 2.5. Note then my interquartile range is just the difference between my upper and lower quartile, which would be 1.5. To find my median, okay, running through the order again of the keys that you press to find the median once you've inputted the data. Firstly press option, then press the scroll down button, then option 3 for min or max, and then option 3 again for the median. I'm sorry, I think I put in the wrong thing there. I think I chose the wrong option. Let me run through those again. Apologies. So option key, scroll down key, number 3 key for min or max, and yeah, the number 3 key again for the median. And it's saying 5. The median is 5, and that can't be right. Am I doing something wrong? Oh, yes, it's 2. I just put in the wrong. I don't know what I did wrong. Let me make sure I've got the right instructions up. So last time, apologies, make sure I have this right. I'm going to find the median. So all clear key, option key first, second the scroll down key, then the minimum maximum key, which is number 3, and then option 3 again, and then equals, it's giving me 2. Okay, so the point is your calculator will do an awful lot of the tricky calculations here. Quartiles, the interquartile range, fairly standard to calculate. The median, the mean, the standard deviation. You can use your calculator, save yourself a whole load of work. Okay, so practice that. Go through loads of exercises from chapter 8. See how you find it. Okay.